Hey, what's up, you guys? I'm sorry I'm a little bit late, just a few minutes late because I had to get the microphone testing. So let me know when you come in if the microphone everything is still good. Because we got some stuff to talk about. All right. I didn't get a chance to do a live after my birthday, and I really want to do one because I was gonna do one the day of and do like a little birthday live or whatever, but didn't get a chance to. So because I didn't get a chance to do the birthday live and then do it after because your girl went out for my New Year's and my birthday, and then after you got to recover and then all that good stuff. So hey, everybody who's coming in, let me know that you can hear me because the reason I'm late is because I was trying to, put my microphone in. So just let me know that, you can hear me when you come in. But nonetheless, because I didn't do a live then, I want to come and talk to you guys now. So whoever jump on. I know it's kind of short minutes for the moment, but if anybody hop on, it is what it is. Okay, we got some stuff to talk about. It's already the beginning of January 2024, and it is popping off. We thought, shoot, we're going to leave all that mess in 23. We're going to leave all that mess in 23. We're not going to do it this year. And then literally, we step in the New Year's, DJ Akademiks, allegations. Katt Williams, Shannon Sharp. Like, it was going back to back. It was like, God dang, okay, buckle up, here we go. So I guess y'all, let's go for the ride with it. Okay, so let me get up all the stuff that stuff was going on that I saved. Let me see what I get. It's just so much going on. So much going on in 2024. So who do I want to discuss first, y'all? Because a lot of things that we were talking about are things that happened in the past, and then as I like to do, kind of go forward. So I really want to go ahead, y'all, and get started with DJ Akademiks because DJ Akademiks, he's the one that first came up on the list of the stuff that was going on. So y'all, if you haven't heard, little cornball over there, DJ Wackademics, he caught some allegations. Now, it was kind of weird because he originally came out in some type of interview, I guess, or his podcast or whatever. He initially was trying to accuse the girl of hooking up with his homeboys, okay? He said that she was drunk and she was supposed to come over for him, but then actually ended up hooking up with his dudes. And so this is kind of a little bit of what he was saying on this interview. So let me know y'all can hear it.
I said, yo, I'm gonna keep it a bean with you, bro. You came to my house and had two niggas just fucking bro. I ain't see no condom, no nothing. I said, yo, you should go get tested, man. Like, I think that's why, yo, you should go get tested, bro. And from that moment, she started like the denial shifted, and she kept like trying to like pivot on the denial to, yo, send me the video. Yo, I'm pretty sure I didn't fuck him, and I'm like, bro, you fucked him. And she's like, no, look again. And now I'm getting super tight because I'm like, bro, I'm not about to watch this video if you didn't fuck my nigga. Like, it's on my surveillance.
As you can hear, he's going back and forth with the girl. I had to cut it short because he's throwing too many F-bombs, and I don't want to. We already in the beginning of the video, but nonetheless, Akademiks came out with this first interview, and basically it was him saying that he had the videotape of the girl being messed around with, but a girl came out and said, not on my name, don't do it, don't do it. Okay, you want to start this? Here we go. So this is what she had to say as a rebuttal.
That's not what happened. You know that that's not what happened. For you to pretend that you didn't do anything, that I just went to your house and I'm just some thought. Like, we didn't know each other for 2 years. You tried to save yourself after your friends assaulted you. Whether or not you got drunk or not, I know that when you woke up, you were on top of me too. You raped me too. And a rape kit was done. You know what? I'm going to come back with my own story. If this is what you wanted, you're about to get it. I've been quiet for way too long. I'm crazy right now, but
she said quiet for way too long. No, quiet for way too long. And that's honestly what's happening. I think ever since Cassie kicked the door in with that P. Diddy stuff, the girls is like following suit. Like, because at the end of the day, we know about, great culture in, hip hop. and it really kind of blew up already in the Hollywood, acting, kind of arena with Harvey Weinstein and stuff, especially i.e. the white guys, hip hop industry and how basically black men are doing the same exact thing. Oh, I'm echoing. Let me see if I can change the mic and let me know if that's a little bit better. Let me change the mic. Hold on, you guys. Okay. I want to make sure you guys can hear me good. So let me see if I can get... Okay, is that better, you guys? I changed the mic. Let me know if I'm still echoing, or let me know if y'all can hear me. Okay, it's good? All right. Appreciate it. Thank you. Hashtag Country Conversations. I appreciate the heads up. All right. So, yeah. So the girl, she came out and, is doing her thing. But I think that's just something that we knew the hip hop industry needed. After Cassie had her whole, litigation situation with Diddy, it just was, I think it's just been time. But this is where we also have to, understand that we are in a nuanced conversation, because now it requires, the men to acknowledge that this has already been a problem that y'all have been turning an eye to. Katt Williams, he recently did his interview and basically brought up how, all of the men in the industry, Chris Tucker allegedly being on the Epstein list. Now, do we know if that had any regards to him doing anything? No. But a lot of people said that the reason Chris Tucker was on the Epstein list is because he was approaching him about funding for a movie, which is possible. You never know. But the thing is, in general, we have to discuss how a lot of the times it just, in general, when it comes to the men in the industry and everything like that, the scene had to be blew up. That's really what it was. The scene had to be blew up, and now DJ Akademiks, you're catching it, because at the end of the day, we all know DJ Akademiks has a war with women anyways. There's never a time that he's not going after a woman. That's typically who his targets are. Y'all know how bad he went after Carisha, and Carisha was with Diddy at the time. And so it really made me mad, because with DJ Akademiks, I remember one time him and Carisha were going back and forth. And he was like, that's why you ain't got no man to protect you. I bet you Diddy ain't even gonna say nothing. And the fact that he knew he could say that and Diddy really was not going to say nothing is what pissed me off, because the thing is, Diddy wasn't going to. Like, at this point, we all knew Carisha was, getting her little piece out of it, but Diddy was getting his piece too. Like, you were the insight to the culture for him. Okay, Diddy kind of like fell off the wave, and he got him the young hot thing on the scene. And she helped him. Obviously, Carisha, please. Now, we don't know what's going on with Carisha now after the whole Cassie moment, because we definitely were looking for her to give us, the blink twice. Blink twice, Carisha will come save you. Like, we definitely was looking for that moment. But she's slowly but surely coming out back into the public. But it's like Carisha was on, Revolt, and what that meant for like Diddy and that whole situation. It's just in general, DJ Akademiks is just another nigga who falls under the umbrella. And that's the unfortunate part of just in general what we're dealing with as women. And that's why, over there in China, I don't know if y'all heard, the women is on strike. The men can't find no woman to procreate with, because y'all know the one child rule over there in China is super strict. And usually that child has to be what? A male, part of the patriarchy. And now all of a sudden they didn't account for the fact that all these men, there weren't going to be enough women to procreate with. So now literally all these men are fighting for a bunch of women, but the women aren't procreating with them because y'all ain't like y'all ain't did nothing for me, So it's a lot going around with just in general with this quote unquote, they want to say gender war, but it's not really a war, and that's the problem, because it's another conversation for another day. We're gonna get back into these topics, y'all. Y'all know that we might have to do a separate live for that one. But okay, you guys, let's go ahead and move on. So since we had Epstein and a little bit of DJ Akademiks, y'all do know the Epstein list, was recently dropped, and y'all know Mr. Bill Clinton was kind of an insight to that. Now, one of the papers, they actually said, I'm gonna read what it said. This is from the Baller Alert. It said, let's see. In connection with the work of the Clinton Foundation, CBS News confirms in another document, one Epstein accuser, Joanna, stated that Epstein once said that Clinton, quote unquote, likes them young, referring to his girls. However, there doesn't appear to be evidence in the doc support that he participated in wrongdoing. We know how that goes. Like, we all know. I actually watched the Epstein docu-series that was on Netflix. It was good, but it pisses you off all at the same time because it's just like to know that all of this was happening. They had a full-on world trade of young teenage girls. And to hear that, quote unquote, Bill Clinton likes them young, of course, men like them young. They're easy, they're moldable, they're susceptible to doing things that they want to do. And so this is no surprise, but I feel like anything truly is going to happen to people that were on the Epstein list? No, because the people who are on the Epstein list are the people in power. And if there's anything that they're going to do, it's get away with doing bad to people in general. That's why I'm really excited to see, not excited, but I'm just really anxious to see how this new election year, since the election year is this year, how this new series is gonna go, because it's gonna be hell. I just know it is this next upcoming election time, and it's just like I do not know if I really want to even deal with that. Like my brain already. Shoot, January 6th was just yesterday. The white people was just called up the Capitol yesterday. Like, literally, we saw white people spider monkey crawling up the Capitol wall. That was a moment in history. Like, we really saw that. And guess what did happen? Nobody got pew pew at all. Now, had it been a little bit of melanin, frontline radiating fires, what that would have been, and we all know. But this election year is gonna be crazy. But let's go ahead and move on, you guys. So, another thing that I really want to touch on really fast. This was on Baller Alert as well. So y'all know Cardi B and her nigga, not my nigga, but he's still my nigga, but really not. But it still kind of is. You know that her and Offset kind of had this weird moment, especially after Cardi B literally just dropped her heart on Instagram Live with that one live talking about how, she did everything for Offset and all that type of stuff like that. And, people were really feeling for her. And, it's so annoying because, of course, for other people, it's like, well, we just saw it together for New Year's and whatever. And, Cardi B had to, scream at her fans basically like, who told y'all we were back together? But it's New Year's. Yeah, they had a fun time together. And, Cardi then, eventually just came out and said, we're going to go to therapy. And I think, let me see, is this word on her audio in Cardi B's space? Let me see. Okay, here we go.
Was I clubbing with my baby hobby yesterday? Yes. Did I got taken down yesterday? Absolutely, baby. I'm not going to put my... Y'all rose on New Year's Eve. I need some dick on New Year's Eve. I feel like we was vibing yesterday. We had a good time. We was hands down. We was both in the same club. And it's like, it was just really awkward. Like, I'm in my section, he's in his section. It's like, man, just fucking come over here. Let's just chill. We have a good time. But I feel at the point of where we at in our relationship, we've been together for 7 years. We've been married for 7 years. The answer... I don't consider that we're back together because the answer of getting back together is not a good night at the club and fucking the night long. We need to work clear to you guys because you guys are making your assumptions. I just want y'all to hear
Basically, Cardi let y'all know we not together. Y'all saw us together on New Year's, but that's because we were just happened to be both in the club together. So I was on my side, he was on his side. Henny says, just bring him over. It's New Year's. It's just bring him over, and then tonight, what's gonna happen. Just invite him over to your section. The Henny was whispering in Cardi's ear. That's what it was. Just that nigga over. It ain't gonna hurt. Plus, it's New Year's, girl. You know you want some. Like, and you know you ain't gonna go to nobody else to get it. So go ahead and invite his old dirty ass over here. You can scream at him another day. So your section became my section. Your drink became my drink, and then your D became mine. At the end of the night, that's kind of what Cardi was basically saying. But it's not gonna fix the problems that we have because we all know the problems that Cardi and Offset were having. So, we can just throw our prayers out there for Cardi girl. And she said they're going to therapy. It needs to be intense. We can only hope for the best, but I guess we'll see if this is going to be, a Tiana Taylor Iman situation, because we all had hopes for, what they say, power to Black love and whatnot. But when Tiana Taylor and Iman came out, everybody said, not Tiana and Iman. Now, Cardi Offset, I'm not going to have that response to because we seen it coming. But Tiana and Iman definitely, hit home for the Black people, okay? But let's see. Y'all, let's go ahead and talk about Real Housewives of Salt Lake City really fast, because Real Housewives of Salt Lake City took off on Twitter not too long ago, and I just wanted to talk about it because it leads into what we're wanting for, Housewives, the franchise, what we see going forward, and things like that. First of all, Salt Lake City definitely kind of like crept its way up, and had it not been for Monica, the season definitely would have been a drab, because Mary, she came back, but Mary came back and did what she usually does, which is nothing but sit back and gag the other girls about what their outfits look like, all while her house looked like Willy Wonka, and Dita Von Teese lives inside her home. But Monica, y'all, she had a whole Gossip Girl moment on national TV. So if you had seen Housewives of Salt Lake City, basically, a bunch of rich white women, they up in Bermuda, I think it was, and Heather gets the details because y'all know last season when Jen got locked up, that there was this, website that was trolling them. And so everybody was trying to figure out, like, who is this dropping all the information on Jen, and who's coming after us? Who is it? Now, the page died down, but, Heather was like, something ain't adding up with this Monica chick, and then not to mention the way things were happening with Meredith and Monica in regards to Angie allegedly being a part of the Greek mafia. Heather went and did some digging, found out that she had 3 Monicas on file, which one of them was behind due. And we all know Monica ain't got it like that. So she got the information, and come to find out, Monica was working with her hairdresser to run the Von Teese troll page. So Heather addressed her at this dinner, and it turned into some epic TV moment where she was like, admit it was you. I took it from your mouth yourself. I have receipts, time, date, screenshots, all because of you. She's like, so admit it. And Monica's like, that's not true. Well, partly. At least the father's like, what the fuck do you mean partly? What the fuck do you mean partly? Like, what do you mean, Monica? What did you do? And so finally, Monica admitted that her and a few other girls were running the page, and it initially was to take down Jen. That's what Monica says her part is in it. She said, you know what? I didn't like Jen. Like, she was a terrible boss. She did terrible things to people. She deserved to be locked up, and I'm glad I took her down. I ain't mad at that, because at the end of the day, Jen Shaw was a scammer. She was stealing from old people. She was, literally draining people's bank accounts. So we can't be mad at that. Like, what's that called? Street justice. Street justice. But yeah, I'm not mad at Monica for doing that. Now, after the Monica situation, that's where it kind of gets a little gray, because it's like, well, who was doing the stuff that was like going after the other girls? But now Monica, she was like, y'all just were collateral damage. Like that's at least Monica admit, like, yeah, I did my part, even though she got busted. She did her part. I took down who I was supposed to take down, but y'all just have to be collateral damage. And Monica, if you want to be able to come back with these, like, I mean, is she gonna come back next season? Is a question. Like, are they gonna let her come back? I don't see why they wouldn't, but it's kind of deferring to a different conversation of like, well, if we let Monica on, who we know don't live high on the hog and of the lifestyle that we want our housewives to live like, what does this mean, going forward? Because when we richly tune into Housewives, we tuned in for the rich, lavish lifestyles, like on Real Housewives of Miami, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, or what's the other one? Real Housewives of Orange County, we originally, that's what we wanted to look and see a lifestyle that we could only dream of living, But then there comes this real side of like, but sometimes, you need the person who ain't got it like that. Because they bring the personality, And so now that we have Monica who blew this wide open on Salt Lake City, now everybody's talking about like, okay, god dang, what does this mean for other franchises? Because especially for Atlanta coming up, Atlanta has a lot to prove this next season, and we know that. I know they're trying to tease, Nene. Do not bring back Nene. Do not bring back Nene. Now Portia's maybe. I'll give Portia a maybe. Sheree, absolutely not. Do not bring Sheree back one more again. Don't do it. Bravo, don't you do it. Because I saw it on Twitter yesterday. Oh, would you bring Sheree back? No. Okay. No. Let Sheree go. Okay. Let her Sheba Chateau and over there playing around with Martell. Okay. Speaking of Martell, y'all know he got mad at Carlos. Martell got mad at Carlos over his scene on Love and Marriage Huntsville. I gotta watch Love and Marriage Huntsville, you guys. So, I'm interested to see how that turned out because I heard Tisha was, throwing the bows on stage. But yeah, Martell got mad at Carlos, you guys, because of how that scene went with him and Melody. He said that I'm tired of y'all making me look like I want her. I don't want her. Carlos told me to bring the flowers. Now, do I believe Carlos said bring the flowers? Yes. I think he sold it to him like, oh, give it to her as a peace offering, Melody, you need to get good with her. Just bring her the flowers. I feel like that's how Carlos, y'all know Carlos messy. Y'all know he likes stirring the pot. I feel like that's what happened. And they also told Martell that Melody probably came in peace because Martell commented, he was saying that, I was reacting that way because she wasn't going like according to script, like of what I heard that was supposed to happen. So it's just kind of like Martell, at the end of the day, what you said in that scene was, I think, what you felt. You sorry that you messed up, and had I known that's the thing. Had I known that this is what was gonna happen, I wouldn't have did like everything we got to go through. I shouldn't have did that. It's too late. Like, it's too late. You got a baby out of the situation. Like, it's too late, Martell. Had I known, you knew. That's the problem. Dudes are willing to test the limit of how far they're willing to take a woman. And eventually, Martell honestly felt like Melody wasn't going nowhere because they had money tied up and they had 4 kids together. He thought Melody would not go nowhere because of that, as most men do. They know if I have kids with this woman, she'll be less likely to leave. And Melody said, "Sight." God said, "Go." So, Roadrunner. So yeah, I can't believe that Martell really tried to play that mess. He really did. What he said. This was what he said. Martell Ho. I don't want her back. This scene is me playing team ball. I was asked to meet with Melly and Carlos called me after me telling the other producers I'm not taking her flowers. She got me in court saying I'm abusing my kids. Now she got merchandise saying she's against it. She tried to get me. Carlos begged me to take her flowers, talking about the host need to take the show back. My only question was, y'all talk with Melody? The answer was yes. So I was down. But just like you were delusional about at something wanting you back, it's the same over here. The frustration you see in my face is her not doing what the producer said she was gonna do. All this is definitely for TV. We're actors. And then he said something about show his real life. Now, if we want to show your real life, Martell, are you really ready for that? Because your real life was that you were squatting at Mr. Fletcher's home. And it's looking like your real life now is you squatting potentially at your baby mama's house, because we done heard on the streets that she got some type of lawsuit money or something like that. And this new crib, is it yours or did she buy it? And then you helped and moved in. Like, what was it? What was it? Okay. We just gonna have to see how this goes. Do y'all think it's time for Ariana to make her appearance finally on Love and Marriage Huntsville? Do y'all think it's time? Potentially, it might be. Potentially, it might be. This might be time for Melody's exit and Curry's entrance. It would be good TV, but it's like, damn, like you definitely don't want to let that bitch on. You just didn't. So let's go ahead and move on, you guys. What else did I want to talk about? Who else? Boosie. That Boosie, old dirty ass. I swear, Boosie. Boosie. So you guys, Boosie, and then we're gonna talk about Katt Williams. Boosie is a disgusting human being. He is one of those hood dudes that gets money and just spreads ignorance everywhere. So y'all know the Color Purple movie. I didn't get a chance to watch it, but I really want to watch it. Everybody said it was, super duper good. And I'm excited to see what that's about. But Boosie, he just cannot handle the fact that there was two women kissing. Your lesbian relationship. He was just distraught. And he was so upset and of course posted about, oh, my child was in there and I had to take him out because of that scene. And so everybody's like, what is your obsession with, the LGBT? It's like he cannot handle it. There is some trauma in the back of Boosie's life. And y'all know he spent some time. You know what they like to do in there. So we don't know if that's some type of situation that played out, But he has this, obsession with it. And it's really got people just like confused. But it's just unfortunate because our people are now looking at him like, you're so distraught by that you completely skipped over the fact that the whole movie, this girl was going through all types of hell with this Negro. And that was where you draw the line? That's where you say enough? You was in there with your daughter and watching a man break down a woman like that didn't trigger you? But two women kissing did? Love and affection, actual true happiness? Yeah, right here, what you said. Give a real high key, low key DL. Low key. And that's unfortunately one of those things where it's like, self-hatred. A lot of times people go through a phase where you do kind of hate yourself in a sense of like what this, world wants people to be. And like people gotta go through dealing with that kind of like identity crisis of it all. Where it's like, dang, like if you're going against the grain, you start to hate yourself because of it. And especially being a man and then a black man in this situation, we all know there's super hard homophobia in the black community. And so Boosie, as being the, real that he is, I'm a real, and those type of men are super emotionally repressed. And it's got people kind of feeling like, Boosie, is that where you at? Because this is like you have an obsession with this for some reason. So this is what he had to say about it basically. He said, why if someone doesn't agree with the he put the rainbow narrative that's being pushed, why do y'all say that's the person who doesn't agree is gay? That's bullying. We have a right as parents to say it's not cool for a 7 and a 9-year-old to watch. Protect our children as much as we can. I have no problem at all with the community. My granddad was a preacher, Southern Baptist, and I'm just trying to raise my kids the same beliefs and respect we was raised with. It's just this world will have you fight to do so. Yeah. Have you seen the logic, Boosie? And it's so crazy because when we sit here and talk about this thing, oh, if parents have a right to fight, protect our kids. First of all, the movie said PG-13. So if you wanted to protect your kid, that right there was let you know PG-13 and a 9-year-old probably wasn't supposed to go together. 1. 2, Boosie, you do realize that you the same Negro that had his own children assaulted to make sure that they were straight? Remember that? Remember when you said that you literally brought prostitutes to your children, your sons, your boys, so they knew how to properly? You remember that? You don't, or you do? So that type of behavior, when you talk about always being forced on you, no, the narrative is so detrimentally heterosexual that you have your underage sons being assaulted by grown-ass women, tricks. The same women that you talk about, that you pushed on your sons, underage, just to make sure that they knew how to go out in the world and have sex properly. But I beg to differ, you wouldn't do that for your daughter? Huh? But that's the type of lessons that you're going out there teaching. That's where you reside and trying to make sure the message that you passed on to your sons is not knowing how to go out there properly. Boosie, you lost. Now, T.S. Madison, she had a rebuttal to that, which I'm so mad I don't have it saved. She lit Boosie up. She basically was like, bro, you really have no room to stand on because you are exactly the man that is a part of the problem with our community. Like, you are Mr. You are Sir. You are literally the problem. And we sit here have to have this conversation about the Black community and how we are going to do better. And we really got to do better by first, 1, addressing the men. Because if we are going to have this logic of, oh, men are the leaders, men are at top, that's where we have to start in solving the problem with the leadership. And I think men get tired of hearing that, where it's like, y'all got to be the one to take accountability and fix y'all shit. But that's the truth, you know? And until you do, we can't interact. And y'all get mad at the Black women for not, you know, interacting with y'all's old dingy, dusty asses and not letting y'all come over here and rule what we got. And it's like, y'all are upset that struggle of, you know, is not appealing no more, because if you ain't got it, I'm supposed to not have it with you when I can go out there and get it myself. You know how entitled you have to be to ask somebody else to drown with you when you know they can swim? I know I can swim, but I'm gonna choose to drown with you. You know how crazy that sounds? You know how crazy that sounds. Yeah, no, Boosie is just doing what he usually does. Like, and then we have men like Boosie and Akademiks and hi Kiana, how are you doing? Thank you for coming in. It's just a little confusing of just like how the logic is. That's what was more important to him, that was detrimental to his child, than the things that he's clearly done, you know, in, you know, his children's life. We see him fighting with his daughter all the time on social media, and she talked about all the things that he did as a dad and stuff like that. Like, there just really needs to be just straight on talk about, like, it's the consequences of your actions, but it's everybody else that's effing up the world and not you. Like, where's the accountability, Boosie? So T.S. Madison read him down boots. She let him know, you are the problem. Okay, you are the issue. All right. What's that sound over? It's like, Me? Am I the drama? Am I the drama? Yes, that you are the drama. You are what's wrong with the community. Each group, race, people have their, you know, their problem, their rotten apples. Every community has their rotten apples. And for each community to improve, you gotta get rid of your bad apples. And black people, because we have this undying loyalty and wavering to like, okay, oh, we black and we gotta, deal with each other because we gotta go against the white man. That's what they love to throw out there. Y'all know how hard it is out here in this world for me trying to battle the white man. Don't make it harder for me. That's always been the thing of like, we stick together, black women, put your cape on and go out there and fight the man. But I can't fight the man and fight you because you fight me. You fight me in the process. One and two, I'm a fighter that don't even fight for himself. That's the real conversation. A lot of you men out here, not just black men, men in general, y'all sit here and want women to fight for you, but you really don't fight for yourselves. Read the statistics. A man is out here really mad at women for the world that, oh, it's so hard for us, what we got to live up to, what we got to do, our responsibilities. Y'all ask for it, one. And two, if you want things to change about being a man, guess what? You're going to have to be the one to change it. It's not women's job to change it. It is not women's job to heal you of the wounds. And it's really so crazy because all the time you see like, oh, ate at the table and stuff like that, where they just discuss like, trying to, help a man and heal him and all that type of stuff like that. Don't go in his potential. Don't do it. 9 times out of 10, it ain't paying off. But last but not least, you guys, let's go ahead and discuss Katt Williams when he blew 2024 open. Okay, look at this. Let me see what he is. So first of all, long story short, Katt Williams was on Shannon Club Shay Shay. Somebody said Club Shay Shay is a Carisha Please for the dudes. Okay, and Katt Williams sat down with Shannon and he said, "Hey, how you doing, Katt? And this is who I'm going after today." Pew, 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 pew. With Katt Williams, everybody was catching strays. From Cedric the Entertainer, Ricky Smiley, Kevin Hart, Tiffany Haddish, Chris Tucker, like all of them, okay, was catching all the bullets. So yeah, he basically, here's one of the situations where he got into Diddy. Y'all listen to this.
$4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling. Because P. Diddy be wanting the body. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. See, I got the receipt for everything I'm telling you. That's why I just say I'm so free. You here, get through. Thank you. He was accusing me.
He said, you gotta tell P. Diddy no. Katt Williams, he is funny as all get out, but I believe him in most of the stuff that he's saying. I really do. Like a lot of these Hollywood people will have the stories and everybody knew who you got to keep your good eye on. And after this whole situation with Cassie and P. Diddy and all the things that people said about how Diddy kind of low-key will pull up behind you and see how far he can tote the line. 50 Cent said he did it. Katt Williams about if he invites you to a party, you're going to know what type of party it is. And you got to tell that Negro, no, I ain't in the mood today, P. Diddy. I don't want no brotherly love. Yeah. And so he also, let's see, who else he go after? Oh, Steve Harvey, forgot this one. Here you go.
He offered to suck my penis in front of all my people at my agency. What am I supposed to do? He did all of that. I'm thinking I'm the only black person on the script. I get there, it's 3 other black guys on there. Woo!
So you wonder what they did?
I told him no. What y'all do? And this is why when I walk in a room, heads go down. Behind my back, I'm nothing. I'm just a regular old comedian that's bitter and jealous. But in my face, no. The king has walked in and they have to respect it only because I've not taken the shortcuts. I've not been funded. They pay you to not talk about things they don't want you to talk about. They tell you that themselves. They canceled me for talking about Harvey Weinstein before the thing came out, but he offered to suck my penis in front of all my people at my agency. What am I?
We already do Harvey Weinstein's list. We already do that. We already do that. But for it to be a whole situation where Cat Williams can say with receipts that this is what happened, we not surprised though. Like, are we really? We all know with the casting couch. We all know like the rumblings that go under Hollywood, Hollyweird, everything you want to call it, because it's ghetto. Hollywood is ghetto. It's all about, can I get the most for the least? And the most sometimes might include you. And that's where you have to, be sure in yourself. And as I say, like, don't sell your soul to this. Like, you may want to be famous, but at what cost? Like, really, at what cost? And this is where he got me right here. He got me right here. Listen what he said, y'all.
Position because somebody's not going to tell the truth, and the truth has got to be told. In all circumstances, the truth has got to be told. So if you don't want to say she shot her, then you shot her, and that's the end of that.
What would you do?
And that's that. And that's that. Okay? Tori, if you don't want to say that you capped her or that she capped her, then you capped her. Because it's only 3 of y'all in the car. First things first, Megan already said who did it. And then we got Kelsey and Tori both like going back and forth with taking their hands out with him. But no, it wasn't in him. And then we got him apologizing on the phone. If you didn't cap her, why are you apologizing? For what? Right? Let's see. Princess Henderson. Thank you for tuning in. Did you see the video of him going in on the lady at the radio? Oh, Cat Williams. I saw him going in. Absolutely. That was just chef's kiss in time. It just was just wonderful watching him rank down. I think her name was Wanda. Wanda on the radio. Yeah. He went in on her so bad that the husband and the sons was waiting for Mr. Cat Williams. They was waiting for you at the door. They was waiting. And thank you. I just threw a little something on today. Nothing too much. Threw on the beanie. And then I got this half holy, half hood. I got this off Temu. Y'all, I've been on Temu, okay? Not everybody want to get on Temu, but it's a half holy, half hood. That means pray with me. Don't play with me, okay? Pray with me, all right? That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to, get closer with God. Be closer to myself, okay? That's what the preacher says. So Jesus, the power and the glory of the kingdom, and let the blood, for the Christ of the blood, be with you. But yeah, Cat Williams, y'all, he blew the lid open on Hollywood. He talked about Steve Harvey and how Steve Harvey at one point got jealous of Bernie Mac. Because y'all, Bernie, first of all, Bernie's one of my favorite comedians. And he said, don't nobody want to think no Mr. Potato Head is funny. Like, he went in, Vegas on Love costume. He was like, he won in the next Friday because he wasn't funny, point blank, period. Ricky Smiley, he had to switch places with Ricky Smiley because he was like, Ricky Smiley can't play nothing but a woman in a dress. Him and Tyler Perry can't play no man. I said, and he said, Tyler Perry and Ricky Smiley are 2 men who don't know how to play men. They know how to play women well, and that's where they need to be. I said, well, goddamn. There we go. That did it. And it's like, when you think about it, is he wrong? I mean, is he wrong? Maybe not so. Yeah, maybe not so. But I don't know what's, you know, it is what it is. That's all I can say, you guys. Now, what do you guys think about Cat Williams? Him as a comedian in general. You know, he talked about Kevin Hart. Uh-oh, my battery's getting ready to die on my laptop. So I only got a few more minutes with you guys. Yeah, but Kevin Hart too. Now, I'm not gonna say that Kevin Hart was never funny. I'm not gonna say that. Like, Kevin Hart had a really good run. I think Kevin Hart eventually, as time went on, he started obviously to become more and more PC and more, you know, entertaining for the watch, you know, and he became less funny to Black people, I think. You know, Kevin Hart, like in the beginning, like he had really good stuff, like, you know, put your muffin cut back blue. We're not gonna sit here and act like Kevin Hart just never was like that guy. But I think there definitely was an edge to him that eventually kind of, like I said, started leaning towards like how Tiffany Haddish kind of moved, where it's like you're becoming a caricature of like a Black person, and that's the last thing you want to do is like become a caricature of yourself. You know, you said Ricky's response was awkward. He said his kids are mad. You know, I guess like if your kids want to be mad because you wasn't in a dress, that's, I mean, you decided to put the dress on. But the reason why, because Ricky Smiley, he basically said, you know, one day I was money bike, one day I wasn't, but he never knew why. Cat Williams is only explaining the reason why. We're now actually getting back details of the fact that Kevin Hart says in his contract he's only going to work with Ricky Smiley if he's in a dress, i.e., first Sunday. But Ricky Smiley, you know, ended up being Santa Claus because Kevin was like, I mean, not Kevin, Katt was like, not on duty, not on duty. Okay. You know, it just all is a part of Hollywood, Hollyweird, Hollywood, all of it. But all I can say, y'all, Cat Williams blew it open, and this makes me excited about what's going to happen in 2024. So if everybody that tuned in, what'd you say? You only, I actually really did like Hollywood husbands. Real Husbands of Hollywood. He needs an ensemble. I can see how you can say that. Like Kevin Hart, I think inherently, like just here and like what's the word I'm like, how am I trying to put it? Kevin Hart, you know, up front, like inherently, maybe isn't the funniest, but he does have a couple of, you know, uh character, like just kind of character traits that can be funny in his comedy, like different points in his comedy that can be funny. I guess you put it that way. But yeah, on husbands, absolutely. Like he, you know, in the right setting with the ensemble, he is, you know, funny. But you guys, that's been another live for everybody that tuned in. I really appreciate it. I gotta cut this short because the battery is about to die. And the last thing I want is for y'all to just click and hear y'all be like, what happened to Gigi? So yeah, you guys, everybody that tuned in, I really appreciate it. Y'all drop down in the comments after we get done with this and tell me how you feel about the topics we discussed today. We're Housewives of Salt Lake City. Miss Monica, what y'all think about Monica blowing, you know, Salt Lake City up, and how do you feel about Salt Lake City going forward? Who else did we talk about? DJ Wackademics. Y'all think that he's gonna get locked up too? I definitely feel like DJ Akademiks, he gonna that all of a sudden that video footage he had, watch it be deleted sometime soon. Watch it be all of a sudden lost. Oh, I don't know where it went. Cat Williams and everybody, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. It does your girl wonders. Hit that thumbs up button, drop down in the comments, you guys. I appreciate everybody for tuning in, and I will see y'all in the next one. Deuces.